over
No,
to you.
I couldn't see. Did you put your thumbs up there? Because I had a thing up my screen and I couldn't see it.
It's
Sorry.
fine, I can chop the recording so I can like chop this.
Is that what it
like,
asked you to
chit-chat
leave
out.
the meeting, Shane?
Oh, right, sorry, I'll start again.
It's fine, I can chop this bit out, just start whenever.
Hi there everyone, and thank you all for watching today. I think we'll just get straight into things. So James, could you please introduce yourself fully and tell us your Young Farmers Club and a wee bit about your business, please?
Thanks, Jane. So I'm James Gemmell. I was a member of Highland Young Farmers. I'm 29, so I'm kind of past member now, still active, and my business is Jig Flowers, which started just at the back end of 2020, and it's a florist business, mainly with the aim of doing events such as weddings and that, but through COVID I've had to diversify and kind of look into doing more hand ties and things like that. But yeah, that's my business and a wee bit about myself.
You mentioned there, James, Highland Young Farmers. Now, I know you've been an active member in the past for many, many years, but what has been your top 3 favourite Young Farmers competitions to be part of and why?
Oh, that's a hard one, Jenny. There's been many competitions. I would say the competitions that I think have been my favourite would be Talent Spot, just for the sheer just getting in about it and just the fun of being on the stage with a group of people, your friends, your peers, and, well, the wee bit of fun of competing against your clubs in your district and at West. Other competitions would be handicrafts. Well, that's sort of where the flower arranging all kind of started for me. Started at the Ayrshire Rally with a half-hour demo, and that sort of led to competing at the Arts and Crafts at the Highland Show. And another competition, probably say speech making. It's something that when I first started Young Farmers, I would never have even thought about taking part in, but with a wee bit of a gentle shove, I took part, and yeah, it was definitely worthwhile.
Brilliant. So James, what was it that made you want to start up Jig Flowers? What kind of pushed you into making that leap into being your own business owner?
Well, I did horticulture when I left school at Auchencrew, and then completed that at Edinburgh SAC at the time. And then I come home and was working full time with just taking on another place, so I kind of got away for the horticultural side of things and my kind of true sort of what I like to do. So I come home and I was working full time, and well, kind of Young Farmers took over as well. So I was just working and taking part in Young Farmers. But when I got to about late on in my Young Farmer career, I did the Cultivating Leaders, which was highly worthwhile. And through that, I was looking to find a new enterprise to kind of diversify on the farm so that I could do my own thing as well as help out and still be involved. So that's sort of where the kind of grassroots came from. I was using my horticulture and a passion and sort of bringing it to the forefront and making it part of day-to-day life almost.
Amazing, good stuff. And tell us, have you had quite a bit of success in gaining, support, the moral support that you need to run a business from your fellow young farmers?
Yes, I would say I have, through both generations of young farmers, past and present, and definitely through taking part of the Cultivating Leaders. It's been a great asset of having like-minded individuals who are also on a kind of similar path of starting their own business or looking to start one or even expanding their own. Just to speak to them and kind of sound things out. It's definitely and been worthwhile in that respect, and it's good to have their support and to give them the support when they need it as well.
Brilliant. So James, if you were given the chance to add maybe a new dimension to your business, what do you think that would be? Or maybe you wouldn't make any changes, you're quite content with how everything's going just now?
Well, at the moment, I'm quite happy with how it's kind of just running at the moment, but I'm looking to sort of start growing more of my own flowers as well as buying them in, so that I can become more self-reliant in this respect. So I've just purchased a polytunnel, and we're looking to use as part of the farm a wee bit of land to grow flowers on. So hopefully that would be able to add a different aspect to the business. And well, there's other things maybe in the pipeline as well, but early days with them, still sort of sounding those out. So, but yeah, always room for expansion and a wee bit further enterprise.
You mentioned being more self-reliant there and resilient. So have you had to become more social media savvy in the last year and a half to promote yourself?
Yeah, I would say I have, but I think I'm still learning. It swings and roundabouts. But no, definitely, I think with everything COVID related in the past years, a lot of people have had to adapt and to survive, or yeah. But no, working social media, it's a learning curve, I suppose. Learn how to promote yourself and keep the ball sort of rolling, and keep yourself at the forefront where people are seeing your things.
So just on the topic of COVID there, James, obviously we are still in the middle of this pandemic. How has that really affected your business? And give us a wee bit more information, please.
Yeah, so when I first set up the business, or when I was back before COVID, I had started a course at Glasgow Clyde at Langside in Glasgow, doing floristry. And at that point, my sole sort of, when I was going to start the business after I'd finished that, was to just be a wedding florist and events. But because COVID obviously come in and things like that were obviously shut down, I still went ahead and started, but it just meant I was maybe more focusing on doing funerals and sort of like your general Mother's Day event, like yes, just your hand ties and your birthday gifts. So I've had to kind of adapt that way, doing more of that just to start with until things get kicked off again. So my first wedding is actually this Friday, which is a wee bit nerve-wracking, but yeah, exciting at the same time to be getting things maybe back to normal.
Good stuff. Good luck with the wedding, and I believe that's a young farmer's wedding this Friday.
Yes, that's right.
How do you think that the training, James, that you've gained and completed through Young Farmers Movement has helped you as a business owner? Have you had like business planning help, or your speech making? You know, you mentioned that. Has it all maybe helped you start your business?
Yes, I would definitely like taking part in the cultivating leaders with like that's definitely been a key point to driving this all coming to fruition, really, because before that it was all just maybe thoughts and not maybe coming to reality. So through taking part in that and getting all this sort of knowledge from the bank and Galbraith's and the different partners that were all involved in sponsoring that and making it happen, it's definitely been worthwhile in that respect. In regards to speech making, yes, like before, I don't really think maybe Young Farmers in general is a quite social event anyway, but speech making is definitely maybe made me more confident to talk or like be more forward with myself instead of sitting in the background. But no, definitely Young Farmers is a great asset and a great organisation to have been part of.
Good, that's what we like to hear. Well, thank you very, very much, James, for your time, and good luck for the future of Jig Flowers. We wish you all the best of luck from Scottish Young Farmers.
Thanks.